Hello, folks. Missing a... Oh, what is that? What the Oh, that's that. All good, folks. I was starting to panic. Choo-doo-doo-doo. Choo-doo-doo-doo. Choo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What's up, everyone? Good morning, good morning. It is 6:05, Wednesday, 12th of August. Nice. Oh, no, that's not my water. Oh, I need water. I'll be right back, folks. Please excuse me. Pardon my lack of presence on stream for 45 seconds. Hey, folks. And before we get started, I want to thank the guy with the mask, 666. Ooh, is that a Joker reference? I think it might be. Because they followed us yesterday at like 9 a.m. my time. And the follows are very much appreciated. They're pretty cool. We like them. So thank you, the guy with the mask, 666, for following us. All right, folks. So today, what are we up to? We're going to put a little bit of music just because we can, and music is enjoyable. Music makes people happy. And by people, I also mean me. Because I am also a person. Modern Wisdom with Jimmy Carr. It's really Spotify is really trying to get me to listen to podcasts. I'm not sure why. Because they want me to become its podcast app. Like, if I want to listen to podcasts are free. Why would I do it on Spotify where I pay a subscription? I don't know. I just don't see the point. I'd rather go to listen to music on Spotify and go somewhere else for my podcasts. I think what Spotify is trying to do is do everything for your audio entertainment and maybe as well video entertainment. Why stop there? All right, I have to do a little bit of sound mixing to make sure that we still get some sound, but I can still hear something if someone raids or someone follows or someone subscribes. All these good things, I need to be aware of that. All right, let's listen in. I don't hear. No, I hear. All right, we hear it. A little bit louder for you folks. Nice. Cool, folks. Oh, it's really nice. All right. So, what are we doing today? We're going to do a little bit of quizzes of these sweet, sweet quizzes. Let me share a screen with you. I'm on the top right for some reason. This measures out a little bit bigger. And we're going to do some quizzes for cyber quizzes. We're going to test ourselves on that. The cybersecurity quiz. Maximum score is 25 points. Let's see. Ouh là là, c'est quoi ce truc? Co kurczak to jest? Kurwa. Alright, we've been here before. In order to decline all the cookies, we have to... Okay, whatever. I don't know what cookies we accepted, but yeah. I think we've been on this website before and we... Yo, Rouse AK is here. Hey, Rouse. Good to see you. How you been, Rouse? There's no time limit. Okay, so cybercrime. Nice. So... Good, man. What about you? Good. Good. Yeah, today's a sun eclipse in Spain. I don't know if you've heard of it. The sun eclipse. Going on in Spain right now. And, oh, wait, you're gonna see it too in the US. Incredible. For us, it looks like this. Oh, that's 2024. That's another one. So yeah, I think it's mostly Spain. And yeah, so we're gonna see a solar eclipse pretty soon. So pretty excited for that. It's today. For you, it's tomorrow, but for us, it's today. It's gonna be later in the evening, and it's gonna be pretty damn cool. Yes, I'm gonna go somewhere around this and see it for a little bit, and see the total eclipse. It's gonna be really fun. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Oh, nice. Yeah. Have you ever seen a solar eclipse? Cyber.au, learn basic free resources. I'm not creating an account, my bruv. Detecting malware, preventing. Okay, maybe we can put some difficult ones. Nope, never seen one. Okay. I guess in the desert, there's probably some other cool things to see though. Like you probably get, if you go, what I envy a bit about where you live is if you drive a little bit, like 2 hours, maybe not even. You tell me. You can get access, you can see the stars until, like, quite clearly into the night sky, just from going out in the desert. Arizona is so lame, lol. I don't know if it's lame. There seems to be plenty of things to do in Arizona, no? Maps. Arizona. Arizona, what do we got? We got Phoenix. I think this is where you're from, or around there. Oh, you have a national reservation? Is that like cool or something? Is that cool? Is this area cool? Arizona maps. Yeah. And this looks freaking epic. Oh, that sky was way prettier. I used to go stargazing with my night vision. What is a night vision? Are these glasses? Do you mean night vision glasses? There's only things to do if you're a millionaire. Love golf, love alcohol. Oof. A little bit sad, I guess. It's surprising to like golf in a desert. How does that work with the water that there is? Let's see somewhere random. Okay, yeah, kind of looks... I mean, it looks really epic for me, but I guess you get used to these landscapes, no? North Camellic. Arizona City. Let's see Phoenix. Yeah, this is so American. Jeez. Cora Arcade. Do you know this corner? Doesn't seem like a big one, but do you know this quarter? I used to go skydiving game with night vision. There's only things to do if you're a millionaire. I love golf, yeah. PVS 14 night vision. Lol, you choose the highway to Mexico. To go to 35th Avenue and Bethany home. Not that old one, lol. This is 2nd Street, huh? This is pretty close to the center. Right, where do we want to go? You said 35th Avenue and Bethany. 35th Bethany. Will I get it? 35th and Bethany. Woof. Looks like a highway. Is that the center? And Bethany home. That's downtown. Damn. Riley O'Reilly's Auto Part. Is that a camera for red lights? Looks like one. Oh man. Does the prop duties come out at night? Is that good or is that bad? Man, for folks joining us right now, we're looking at where Rouse AK says is boring. I suppose you're from there a little bit. McCrispy. McDonald's. I mean, what more in life do you want other than Riley's Auto Parts? McDonald's? Like, what else do you want? There's Domino's Pizza not far? Like, right there? There's a gas station? What more do you want in life? Oil will change. Save 25 cents a gallon. You have Denny's. I think this is where you get breakfast. Open 24/7. Holy moly. All day breakfast. Is this where you live? It's bad. Quick Quack Car Wash. What is that over there? Tire store, man. Everyone's selling like food, auto parts, car wash, and then boom, just like that. What is that here? You have a psycho reader. The fuck? What do they read about you? Psychic reader, special 10 reading. They read your hand? Past, present, future. Love, marriage, business. How often do you go to this place, Rouse? No, this intersection. I just want to see him to see the hood. Ah, that's the hood. Never. Only $10. Man, every week. Agent 57 and I would be there all the time if we lived there. Like, we'd be the regulars. We'd meet there. We'd be like, hey, yo. How's your future hanging? Oh, look, Mexican face looks pretty damn good. What is that? Tex-Mex a bit. Nice. Noise. Town center. Bethany Town Center. Alright, just curious, huh? Benny's. Yeah, there's Benny's there. There's the bimbo person. Alright, enough. My future is orange. Nice. It's so bad. Filibertos. Worst food ever. Jeez. That sounds horrible. Alright, we're gonna do some quizzes, folks, today. To be honest, Dancing dinosaurs. Vamos. Quiz library. Basic learning. Top 10 advanced security quiz awareness quiz. Ooh. Cyber awareness. Let's go. Let's do this one. Start the cyber quiz. Alright, which 3 levels of the OSI models are usually implemented in software within the operating system? That's a great question, folks. Data link, transport, and application. I think it's these 3. It's pretty much a thing that you... Application is the top one. Presentation is 5, and session... which 3 levels in the OSI model? So let's recap the OSI model, folks. Transportation, session, and presentation. Application could be, I guess. Let's do quick notes here. Online notes. Notepad. Boom. All right. So we have the first layer, which is the physical layer, right? You don't think it's data link? All right. So let's do 2. Is the Data layer. Right? Do you know this, Rouse? Data layer. We have the data layer, and then we have the, what is it called? Connection layer? I forgot what this one is called. Fourth is presentation. Fifth is session, right? Data link is like switches, bridges, and max. Yeah, I think so. It's level 2. So yeah, I agree. I think 7 is application. You know when you say a 7 firewall? I kind of forgot the 3 and the 2. Let's just check our work here. 5 is session. Okay, I agree. Force transport. I agree. I like that. Could it be like this then? Hope you all aren't cheating, huh? 3 is network. Yup. And 4th is transportation. So let's go back to the question here from W3 Schools, which is not a school that I endorse from their cookie policy. Which 3 levels in OSI model are usually implemented in the software within the operating system? So the operating system, what do you think it is, folks? Maybe these 3, huh? Maybe like the lower ones. They're implemented in the OS. They're definitely not application, right? They're not the top level ones. I have a whiteboard in my room with a ton of shit of notes all over it. Haha. What is it? Was it for? Is it for studying cyber? Or is it for work? For your work activities? 1 physical. Well, thanks for the help, Agent 57. Yeah, for cyber and work combo. Oh, so you're trying to get better at work, or you're trying to learn cyber? Data link, transport, application. I don't think application should be on there, no? Maybe it's transport, session, presentation? I think it's more these 3. I got these stickers on my laptop. Oh yeah? The OSI model one? That's a really cool sticker to have, actually. I think it's this one. No, bro. You gotta tell us the answer. No, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. All right, maybe I am. All right, which of these protocols reside in layer 3, network, in the OSI model? So network level 3 is all about... Network level 3 is all about IP addresses and stuff, no? I think IP and IPsec live in this. IP lives there for sure, but I'm not sure about IPsec. Maybe TCP more? 3 from which way? Of the OSI model. So network layer. Transport is TCP UDP. Oh. Alright. Let's go. Come on, you're gonna get all the answers at the end? That kind of sucks. Sir, no, we can't toggle this. A net mask can be represented by which 2 ways? Man, that's too bad. That's too bad we can't get the answers. I think we should I'm gonna switch quizzes, but I want the answers to the things that we just did. That is spoofing. What is your trust architecture? But these are pretty good questions. It's pretty nice. It's too bad that we don't have the point by point. There's a ton of quizzes too. I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like I learn a lot more when the answers just show up right after. Decimal and slash. All right, 1 out of 25. Oh, you must study harder. Check your answers. Yeah. All right, we got this wrong already. Which OSI model are usually implemented in the software within the operating system? Transport, session, presentation. And there's actually application, presentation, session. So application, presentation, and session. What does that mean? Application, presentation, and session. These are the three here. Wait, let's go back to, yes, it's more fun that way. I agree. It's more fun. I think you learn more. Salut Nasir. Sorry, I didn't see your message there. Hello, hello. So we're doing a little bit of quizzes here today. So one physical. I'm just going back to agents sharing, making sure we have everything right. 1 is physical, 2 is data, 3 is network, 4 is transportation, 5 is session. Yeah, session is a little too early here. Session goes here. Presentation goes above. There we go. That's more like it. So when we ask which 3 levels an OSI model are usually implemented in the software within an operating system, the answer is application, presentation, and session. I'm going to double check with Claude. In the meantime, folks, do you know why it's important to know about the OSI model? Like, do you have a... Maybe let's ask ChatGPT. Fuck Claude. Do you know why it's important to rely on application to know the OSI model? Like, what is the use for it? I think it's gonna the correct example. Okay. So you understand how things are transmitted, and then you can know how it works. You know. So you can know how it works, and then you can hack it, I guess. Diagnosing the network. You can hack it if you're red team, or you can defend it if you're blue team. Okay, I see. A bit. Trace cert. Is that a thing for diagnosing the network? Application is HTTPS, DNS, FTP, file transfer protocol. Session is protocols, APIs, etc. Presentation is encryption, compression, etc. Okay. Wow. So you guys know your OSI stuff, huh? How about Rainbow Team? Man, there should be a Rainbow Team, especially in June for Pride Month. I agree. Got to know it, dude. All right, Agent 57, calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. No. Hope on route to certain IP, etc. Shows hope on route. Okay. I'm a little basic. Just because I know list doesn't mean I know how to use it all. I mean, it's pretty good, you know. I think it's pretty good to have some theoretical knowledge just on the top of your head, just to be able to do it later. Albert, neither of you knew the right answer on this one, so I would pay attention here. The correct answer is application presentation session. Your answer, transport session presentation, is incorrect because transport layer is typically implemented in the operating system networking stack. Well, the application... Ooh, so there's 2 different things we have to understand here. There's the OSI model, of course, but also software. In the software within the operating system. Software within. You knew it, Kassam. Damn. But where were you when we needed you? Where were you? Jeez. I'm starting to scream at my viewers, telling Agent 57 to stop, and blaming Mathieu for not being here. Oh man. Alright, it's a software within the operating system. Transport and network have specifications run on Cisco Netgear. I didn't know it. I mean, you should know it. I get it. You're trying to be a bad streamer, dude? Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Be an awful... No, I'm trying to be a bad person in general. It's my resolution for this week. Just be an ass. Alright. A quick primer. Upper 3 layers layers 5 through 7, presentation, mostly software. Yeah. Physical, data link, network, and transport are mostly OS hardware. Okay. So my doubt is that, okay, I know the OSI more or less, but the other part of this question is about OS structure, right? Ooh, it's 6:30. You're trying to be a bad streamer here. Let's fucking go. Nice. The best streamer is broken on streamer. If you're not fucking up, you're not a real streamer. That's true, huh? You have to insult people sometimes. Right? I mean, you have to insult people. Just in life, I think in general, you should be a little bit mean to people. And I'm only semi-kidding. Like, you have to put people in their place. Right? You have to do it kindly, you know? With love at the bottom, but the top has to be a little bit of an asshole. Maybe I sound like a manipulator right now. But I do believe if you're too kind to people all the time, they take you for granted. So you have to flex a bit and be an ass. I'm serious though. I think you have to be a bit of an ass. Like, you have to tell no to people all the time, because if you always say yes, they're taking advantage of you. You have to be like, no, I don't want to. Stop. And you can be an ass, but respectfully too. All right, enough. Let's talk about OSI. All right, this question is really meeting two concepts, the OSI model and the operating system structure, right? Because the question is about the software within the operating system. 2, the operating structure. This tells you whose networking functions are implemented. The question, which 3 levels in the OSI model are usually implemented in the software within the operating system, is asking you to connect the OSI layer and the OS architecture. Pond. Nice one. The important distinction. Think of the OSI model like this. OSI layer, 7 applications. Okay. All of these are software. So the first 3 are software. The next 2 are operating system networking stack. Okay. Network is operating system plus network hardware. Data drivers, NINC, and then physical is hardware. That makes sense, no? Do you get that, folks? The idea is that the first 3 are software, and then the next are more like networking, and then the more you go down, it's about hardware. Like, even network drivers are kind of soft, or kind of hardware already, no? Yeah, people don't need those silly packages anyway. That's true. Hey, Cyberpunk Reno's here. Hey, Cyberpunk Reno. Good day. We're talking about how we have to be mean to people sometimes. Every once in a while. Alright, the 2 protocols that reside in layer 3 are IP and IPsec. Makes sense? I just learned about IPsec this week, folks. IPsec is like, it's a protocol for transporting files safely over the internet. So if I wanted to send files to Cyberpunk Reno, please don't throw sausage pizza away. Why sausage pizza? You could just say pizza away, but not why sausage. Do not throw sausage pizza. Ay ay ay. IP and IPsec. Man, how long is it acceptable for your partner to leave the alarm clock running? Like it's been ringing since 6:30 and it's 6:34. What's the limit of time? Like, you do something about it. 2 snoozes. Leave her be. Alright, our agent 57. Okay, but every damn stream I do, the alarm clock rings at 6:30, and I'm like, but maybe I should stop complaining and man up. Oh yeah, you always wake up before your alarm. Oh shoot, is that a bad thing? Or you'd hate me, 4 alarms in 15 minutes. It depends. It depends how long they ring, Cyberpunk Reno. Because I think you and I would make for a great couple. No homo, but Yes, I want to sleep as much as I can. Oh, okay, shoot. Clip. Clip it. I'm not clipping that. You clip it. Man, hopefully no one, my partner doesn't go on this. Lily of the Valley doesn't go on this. Don't leave port 22 open. Yeah, that's for sure. SSH. Yeah, not a good idea. She deals with you. Holy shit. Asian 57 chose violence today. Agent 57. All right, IP and IPsec. Your answer. IP and IPsec. IP and IPsec are basically, yeah, they're. What is the difference between IP and IPsec? Is like for transferring protocols over time. TCP is on which OSI model? TCP is on which layer? Awareness quiz and college for college students. Fish care. Top 30 advanced cybersecurity awareness quiz. Questions and answers for college students. Oh. Okay, so they show the answer at the bottom here. All right, let's do some college questions. You receive a mail from your college admin asking you to update your student credentials via a link. What should you do first? Click the link and do immediately. Forward the email to a classmate. Reply with your password for verification. This is stupid. This is not advanced. That's too bad. That was a great quiz we found, huh? The W school here, but it's just too bad that we couldn't toggle. Test is not official. Just now wait to see how much you know about cybersecurity. Too bad we couldn't do the answer by answer part. Maybe we want to do like 5 questions and then check over our 5 questions. Because this is the best quiz we've had so far. Oh no, dude. You chose not to put out the weapons away. I'd never choose violence. Okay, it's been 7 minutes now of alarm clock. Dude, you choose not to put the weapons away. I never choose violence. You kind of do, Agent 57. You kind of do. You always get that little bit of aggressiveness in you when you come on stream. A net mask can be represented by which 2 ways? Pound notation. No, I've never seen a pound notation. It's a slash. Slash notation. This is what you were answering, Ross AK. Decimal number and slash notation. Yep, this one. I don't know what it means, but I know this is the answer. Oh man. Rouse created. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Rouse. Oh no. Twitch.tv. Why can't I clip this? Oh, I think I have to go on the... Let's go on the chat. Oh, so login. Dude, I can't click on it. Oh no. No. No, admit it to the whole world that Cyberpunk Reno and I would make for a great couple. Alright, TCP is layer 4. TCP and UDP are layer 4. Now, what am I going to do with that? I don't know. But I know that now. Sounds good. Alright. So, IPsec, this is the answers. We don't want to check that. This is the quiz. Oh. Hey folks, we can just check the answer when we have it. Okay, so we got it good. We got it correctly. That's fucking genius. Look at that. Problem and solution. Decibel numbers. Alright, it's been 9 minutes of alarm clock. So we got that right. What is the broadest range address in this network? What is the broadcast alert? I think broadcast is either 1 or 0, no? 0 might be saved. 0 for, which one is for broadcast, folks? It's one of the 2 here. It's either 0 or 1, but I don't really know. Imagine this is the first thing your new wife hears when she wakes up. That's true. think she slept quite poorly today. Because I saw things around the living room that might have, the way that things were placed, I'm like, maybe she went back to the living room and and slept there for a bit. Why do we tell you all answers? Why not, huh? Agent 57, tell me all the answers. All right, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say 0. Was it 0? Was it 0? We have the answers here, huh? It's actually 255. God damn it. What is the broadcast address on this network? Darn it. How are you learning? I agree. You know that this whole 180 something days, I've been relying on you to learn. I didn't do anything myself. I learned nothing because I was asking the chat the whole time. So yeah, I appreciate you putting in my place. You got a Linux VM? Jeez. You have Linux, right? Yeah, you want me to get Linux? Are you getting offended by my lack of Linux? Yeah, we have Linux. It's just this is much smoother. My VM is much slower. And since we're not accessing we're just on web pages, I kind of like having this. Yeah, the correct answer is this. Let's break it down. Network is this. This is only theory. Yeah, we have to get theory sometimes when we do things. Spin it up. You will learn this now. Jeez. Agent 57 going all aggressive. You can run the network scans and stuff. IPA, ARPA, and FIG. This is only theory. I'll show you your broadcast ad. Run CMD if you want. But why would I run CMD? Like, no. Or PowerShell. Yeah, I could run CMD or PowerShell, but I'm not going to do it on my host computer. That computer has my data and stuff. What if I show you my credit card password? I don't think it's on this computer, but what if my computer just knows and tells it to you? I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Yeah, folks. Well, maybe it's time I share something because there's the regular viewers are all here right now. I've been having a thought that that perhaps my all right, time to get real here, folks. Oh yes, we shall call your credit credentials. Maybe you will. I've been having a thought though, is that, you know, I've been trying for the past 100 days to become more technical. I've been trying to understand technique a bit more, to understand more how hacking works so that I could implement it to my understanding of cyber. And I think I got a tremendous amount of knowledge in 182 days. And just hang out with you that are a lot more knowledgeable, usually, in this kind of field. By usually, I mean everyone except for Agent 57. Like, everyone's more competent than me, except maybe Agent 57, who's, let's face it, not on the same level. Just like a little bit lower, right? So, with that said, I've been increased a lot my capability. But yeah, I've been having this thought that you know, I want to make a business out of this eventually. That's the idea I have, and maybe I should stop trying to be technical. Like, I did business school. I know a lot about business. What I work in for 8 hours a day is cyber insurance, which is not very technical. It's more like governance and stuff like this, and I think it has its place to learn the technical aspect. But for me, what I think makes most sense is just to develop the things I'm already good at. I don't need to develop on the things I'm not necessarily I'm not necessarily the best at. And so it's been come up to me that I maybe don't need to be as technical as I need to be. Maybe I should just focus on what I'm really good at, which is the more analysis aspect, the understanding the governance, kind of the higher levels that I already specialize at. Get a Wi-Fi adapter or SDR and start hacking it. It's hacking wireless signals. This taught me a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, I bet. And you use this at your work, right? Because you're a technical person and you work on networks and you install networks for people. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, my idea is that perhaps there's not much of a need of becoming technical. I was thinking, hey, let's become an AI kind of specialist. Can use signal hacking at work. No, but understanding hacking signals does make you better at what you do, no? Because if you understand how hackers do it, then you understand how to implement it in your work. And so when it comes to me and the business and stuff like this, I'm thinking, hey, maybe there's no need to, I mean, there is a need, there is a want of me to actually want to understand cyber. I have a lot of curiosity in me about cyber. And I love these streams, and I think we'll keep doing them. It's just I don't know to what extent it makes sense for me to involve myself in doing all these kinds of technical things when I'm much better at other things. I don't know. So reading white pages and giving your analysis of the impact and etc. from your professional angle is how I'm hearing this. Oh, tell me more about this, Cyberpunk Reno. So reading white pages and giving your analysis of impact, etc. from your professional is how I'm hearing this. Kind of. It's more. It's like I think you're pointing out something correct, Cyberpunk Reno. Is that I think I'm pretty good. I don't know how to put it. Pretty good at management, I want to say cybersecurity management, and not necessarily this kind of lower level stuff. I don't know how it sounds. Cyber is huge, massive, so much to learn. This is why I agree. There's so much to learn. And I'm already pretty good at, like I was thinking before, like maybe I'm not the best at hacking. Maybe I'd be better at AI hacking, which is more through words, etc. and stuff like this. But I'm realizing just the depth and extent of all this thing. And you know, if I had to create a tree, what are these chart called? Like a spider. Create a spider chart. Let's see it. Free chart maker. All right. Make chart. Ooh, that's pretty sweet. All right, data A. We're gonna put hacking. Now we're gonna put hacking. We're gonna put what else can we put on there? So you see, there's a scale from 1 to 5. So we're gonna rate our skills depending on the different skills that we have. Okay, and this is gonna. Can we change options format? Because this is white here. I don't like the white. Doesn't look cyber enough. Options, title, font size, background color. There we go. Okay, this is a little too. What is very cyber? This is pretty your cyber doctor, no? Not really. This is ugly. This is better. Green, haha, nice. Romans 61 matrix, nice. You're in cyber insurance, right? Maybe you're a blue team type of guy, maybe. But I think it's great to be kind of both. So how about this? Let's put red team. I agree with Ross. Let's make an analysis of our skills. Red team. Blue team. Cyber governance. Educator. This is what I think I excel at. I think educating. What are let's complement this chart with a bit of understanding of what are the different skills. What are the different skills in cyber? Make a list of 10 skills. Sans.org white paper. Is someone going to tell him he isn't sharing his screen? Oh yeah. Rabbit paper clip comes with the best intervention. I think it's a streamer classic. Is it just me, or do streamers tend to do that in general? Just to forget to share their screen again. Maybe you're more of a blue team kind of guy. That's a good point, Rouse. Oh, that's a deep dive. Hey, Rabbit Paper Clip. All right, cool. So we're doing a little recap of our skill set that we have as cyber professionals. Maybe we can make a spider chart for you folks afterwards. All right, this is kind of ugly, right? A little bit. Can we do black? Kind of. Black doesn't look too bad. There, it's gonna look better. Networking, Linux, programming, incident response, threat and hunting. Okay, but what about skills that are more around management, etc? Remake this list. You see, like, oftentimes what we think of when we do, what are the cyber skills? Windows and Active Directory, programming and scripting, Python, defense security, incident response, threat hunting, penetration, cloud testing. Including management, business, governments, and leadership side. I'd make it more like this. Security engineering, okay. Communication and business skill. Okay, these are the top 10. Most, oops, that's a deep dive. Most streamers forget to take a shower, so Blacks looks nice. I love how Mac OS isn't on there though. Mac iOS? The thing is, it could be a specialty too. You're right, but I think Linux is just in general more used. So let's make a list of our skill set here, folks. If you want to do it with us, I'd be happy to see your level as well on different things. I think it's quite interesting. Security engineering, okay. Designing and implementing security controls. So we'll copy paste this for now. Offensive security, so we got this red team aspect. And we'll rate our skills from 1 to 5. Maybe we can also assess the progress that we've done. And folks, the reason why we're doing this is because I'm having some questioning around what I want to specialize in as a cybersecurity person. I think there's all this question that when people think about what to join in terms of cybersecurity, they often look at oh yeah, you know, they're very fixated on one aspect of cybersecurity, which is joining a company and then doing some SOC or doing some some pen testing. Usually these are the entryways. But there's many jobs in cybersecurity, and I think learning about what you're good at in terms of doing a little chart like this can really help you visualize things. So we're going to do this for ourselves, and if you want to join us, feel free to do so. I'm going to copy paste the different things in there and share it with you folks in the chat. Can I copy that? Oh no, I can't copy this. Just share the top 10 list. All right, cool. I'm copying it to you folks. If you want to do it too, this exercise as well, and send me a bit your own evaluation from 1 to 5 of how you feel on these different skills. I think it's pretty nice to understand where we situate ourselves. So to share the top 10 list. So perhaps networking and infrastructure. I think I'm a 2 out of 5. You know, maybe with have 0 iOS experience, but have played with macros from a scavenged piece of tech. Nice. That's pretty good. See, it's like really nice. I think you folks have the same curiosity as I do. It's like we all share this common curiosity into exploring things, which I think is really cool. Security engineering is more about designing and implementing security controls, authentication, encryption, endpoint, and secure architecture. I've never done this, so am I a 0? I think I can be a 1, because I would have a clue about how to do it, but probably not that good. Offensive security, I think I'm a 2. I think before I was a 0, but now I understand a bit more offensive cybersecurity than before I used to. It was awful, right? I don't know, maybe. Defensive and incident response, probably a 1. I don't really know how to defend. Cloud and application security. Cloud, maybe I'm a 2. Digital forensics and threat intelligence, 2. Risk management. Ooh, tell me what risk management is. Risk management is about identifying risk, assessing likelihood impact, prioritizing security investments, and deciding how risk should be treated. Folks, not to brag, but I think this is a 5. I think I'm a 5 on this. I'm not gonna lie. It was awful. Like, macOS is so clumsy and slow to me. Using it is like trying to suck a golf ball through a garden hose. Jesus, it's ugly. Oh my god. Things are in weird places and called funny things. I feel so disorganized. Linux pulled me in the CLI. Some of the CMDs functions are the same, but I'd rather say on Debian. Devuan. Yeah. I wish I could understand you folks, but I don't really do. Function. I mean, it's really nice, Linux. I used to be scared of it, the CLI and everything, but now that you know it, it's just so good. It's really good. So let's see. Governance, risk, and compliance. Security policies, standards, audits, regulatory environments, frameworks such as ISO 27001, NIST, and CIS. I'd say I'm a 3 on this. Security management and leadership. Managing security teams, budget, project deadlines, vendors, and security programs. Communicating with executives is a major part of this. I'd say I'm a 3 as well. Communication and business skills. Communication with writing reports, presenting risks to non-technical people, negotiation, stakeholder management, project management, and translating technical problems into business impact. I think this is the spider. I think, folks, here we have the spider web. I think this is a 5 as well. 2. 2 is offensive security. All right, folks. Listen, this is my grid of skills here. All right. I think we need something to be 0. Nothing, so we can have a proper skill. Nothing is 0. So we can have, okay. So folks, if you were me, which side of the spider web would you focus on? To sell, to market, and to get better at? Yo, what's up, the Rust missionary? Yeah, the Linux CLI is very intentional. I agree. So this is the kind of, if this is the skills set that I have, what do you think is a probably networking? Yeah, networking is pretty damn important. I agree. It's like the basics of everything in cybersecurity. Thoughts on Rust? Man, the Rust missionary is coming in and asking us about Rust. And Rust is pretty damn good. You know, it's too bad that it happens, but I think it's a natural phenomenon that happens to iron when it's left in humidity conditions, and just part of life. You know, it's just part of our existence. Rust exists. This is why there's anti-rust paints. This is why there's stainless steel. The Rust missionary joined us. Welcome. Thank you very much. I think we're getting really close to 300 followers. Thank you very much for following the Rust missionary. He's a bit rusty. Ay. Alright, you would focus on networking or OffSec? Networking, OffSec. What are you folks as a? I I sent the criteria on here, the different criteria. Networking infrastructure to security engineering. What are your ratings would you give yourself? Networking, how data moves, it is such a good backbone. If you understand in networking, you can do a lot. He's a bit rusty, nice one. Go down the packet crafting rabbit hole, data manipulation. I'm with Ross AK and Russ likes to cling on the cargo, lol. Speaking of Go, you should learn Go and try to write your own mini nmap. Yeah, for sure. Man, I should try to do everything. Man, if I did everything that the chat wanted me to do, I would not sleep and I would need more hours in the day. Rust, of course. I think Rust is pretty cool. I don't know. I've never really even seen what Rust looks like. Rust language. From you, but the principle of it's being more secure is pretty cool. Why Rust? Performance, reliability, productivity. Command line, whip it up in a CLI tool quickly with Rust's robust ecosystem. Rust helps you maintain your app with confidence and distribute it with ease. Targeted low resource devices and need low level control without giving up high level conveniences. Rust has you covered. It's better than C, no? It's supposed to replace C in many versions. I want to see what Rust language looks like. Is this what it does? Is this what Rust looks like? Wait, I heard of a 24-hour stream today. You know, like 2 days ago, I was talking about Agent 57. A 24-hour stream for day 200. Day 200 is pretty soon. Day 200 is pretty soon, but I don't know. 24 hours is pretty damn insane. It's like I could probably play a video game for 24 hours or play different video games for 24 hours. But in terms of doing cyber for 24 hours, I think my brain would fry. And I would just like, no, I wouldn't exist. 24 hours on my butt talking to you folks about cyber and doing exercise. No, I would, no. Learn Rust in 24 hours. Cough, who said that? I say fuck the language, all the languages except C. Yeah. Fuck the languages except C. Maybe. I don't know. C is pretty useful, but there's definitely other languages that have different advantages. But if all you love in life is C that's here, then learn C and fuck up everything else. You can make a career just knowing C. Just be prepared to dedicate years of blood and sweat and tears of our Lord and Savior, the borrow checker. Man, it's like Rabbit Paperclip that's on a mission, something. The Rust missionary. Like you exist for one cause, and that cause is Rust. Just like Paperclip, Rabbit Paperclip exists for one cause, and it's the cause of paperclips. I still like it despite how much I hate it. Damn. Cyberpunk Reynolds owns a book about the very basic of C. C or Rust. Wi-Fi hacking. Get a second router. Learn how to hack the password through DAuth attacks. Get the hash. Crack the hash. Connect the laptop. ARP spoofing. Have a random device you can use. Maybe 2 Wireshark. Capture packets. Men in the middle of them. Nice. I like how detailed this explanation is from Ross AK. And then afterwards you get Agent 57 just says hack. No hacking. Just peaceful. Maybe you even see devices are vulnerable on open ports loaded. You can learn all of them in a few hours. I played for 24 hours. It's a mindfuck. Yeah, playing for 24 hours is a long time. As it stands until Rust officially takes over the OS source code, C is the way to go for operating system code. So you think there's a time, Cyberpunk Reno, where You think there's a time where Rust will eventually take over all OS? Serious idea. 30 minutes, concurrent TCP scanner, and go. Nah, you don't think so? So Rouse AK here doesn't seem that Rust will officially take over source code. Linux is already adopting Rust. Yeah, Linux is a little bit more forward thinking than OSs like Microsoft and Mac, maybe even, because it's community driven. So, and there's multiple versions, so you can multiple distributions of Linux. So I think you can take a little bit more risk than if you're Windows and you develop Windows. What the fuck are we on? Are we on, what is the latest of Windows? Like Windows 13? (25H2) via the Windows 11 page. Is it still Windows? No, Windows 12 is not available. Wow. But hey, hasn't it been like freaking forever since we've had Windows 11? And Windows 10 is no longer available. What does that mean? Hold on a second. I'm just gonna share this with ChatGPT and ask for advice. But we're gonna definitely figure out why do you think Windows hasn't been releasing more OS? And if we had 11 for 5-6 years. What programming languages do you know? Man, I know. At best, I know Python. I know how to get my way around the CLI. But that's it. I don't really know any other language. I know HTML a little bit. I can read it. Can I write it? Probably not. That's the thing. Look at my spider web here. None of them are really like networking infrastructure. I think I'm a little bit generous here, huh? With myself, giving myself a 2 out of 5. Look at my spider web here. I don't know jack about the technical side. I'm here communication, security management and leadership, governance and risk compliance. Maybe security management, I'm leadership, I might be a bit higher. Windows has an OS that has been around too long. Yeah, I agree. Python is fun. Yeah, Python's really fun. Did you ever play this game called The Farmer Was Replaced? Roust AK, it's really fun. Maybe we can go back to it tomorrow. No, tomorrow I don't think I'm streaming. I don't know yet. There's just, as I was telling Ross, there's a sun eclipse over Spain, and I wanna watch it. So maybe tomorrow I won't be streaming. Yo, I wonder why we haven't moved. These are my skills. What job do you think would best suit my skills? That's a great question to make for yourself. Based on your ratings, I think your profile looks more towards cyber risk, GRC, security management than highly technical or offensive or defensive roles. Your stronger areas are risk management, communication and business skills, GRC, security management, and leadership. Your technical areas are around 1 and 2, which suggests you're understanding them, but you're not strongest differentiator yet. See? What is my best role? Cybersecurity risk analyst. This is what I am working in insurance. Exactly what I am. I'm like, ooh, is this risk good? Is this risk bad? That's all I do. All day, every day. All day, every day. All day, every day. All day, every day. Nice. Is that enough dancing for you this week? Or you want more? Cybersecurity consultant. Maybe, but not really. Particularly a GRC security advisory consultant. All day, every day. Hey. Any jobs for UK residents? Of course, Agent 57. Man, I love the dancing dinosaurs. Or else. Deadass, just go learn Go. It's a gateway language to systems and makes a bunch of other languages easier and also makes good for cybersecurity tooling. Where, how, any job? Okay, all right, let's look for a job for, okay, but no, send link. You send me your skills before. I've sent you the list of skills. I sent you the list of skills right here. I'm gonna repaste it for you. You send me your skills and I'll share a job for you. All right. Boom. Fill out this form. Fill out this form. I mean, in your company. Ah, maybe. Fill out this form and I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You tell me what you're good at. And I'm serious. There might be a job for you, Agent 57. I'm gonna go back. Good luck with your learning. Thank you. Please learn Go. maybe the Rust missionary is making commissions every time someone learns Go. I'm not sure. How cool would that be? If they made a commission on that? Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Yeah, I understand. I want to understand why Windows has been around for so long. If 57 got a job, yeah, if Agent 57 got a job with you, lol. That'd be fun. But I think him and I would fight a little too much. Like, you know, playful fighting. Why has Windows not released an OS for the past 5-6 years? It feels like Microsoft used to release OS versions every 2 years, but it's slowed down completely. Cyberdoc would get a 0 work done, lol. It'd be so much fun. Because spyware, lol, that's why. Yeah, I would get 0 work done. Alright, let's look at it. Windows 95 was in 95. Windows 98 was in 98. Windows 2000 was in 2000. Windows XP 21. Windows Vista took 6 years to develop. Windows 10 is from 2015. Then Microsoft said, we're not going to do that anymore. Windows 10 was studied to be a more continuous evolution of the platform rather than something replaced every few years. Microsoft even described Windows as a service. Then Windows 11 happened. Windows 11 arrived in 2021, 6 years after Windows 10. So you're absolutely right, there's a much longer gap between name versions. As of August 2026, Microsoft still hasn't released a consumer Windows 12, instead of continuing to develop Windows 11. But there's an interesting part to it. Microsoft hasn't actually stopped releasing major Windows updates, it just stopped giving them new names. Microsoft now releases one Windows 11 feature per update per year alongside monthly quality security updates. So conceptually, old Microsoft used to have Windows 7, 8, 10, 11. New Microsoft has 11, 22H2, 22, 23H2, 24H2, 25H2, and then eventually 26H2. Okay. These yearly releases can contain substantial change, but Microsoft doesn't necessarily want consumers thinking they're a completely different operating system. And there's a business reason for that. Interesting. All right, Jim the Dandy came in and said something really smart from YouTube. Really smart. All right. Because spyware, that's why. I know, right? It'd be so fun. I'm still waiting on your qualification. Oh, you sent it. No, you didn't. Yo, qualifications, Agent 57. Man, if you're gonna work in my company, and you're gonna go with this behavior of not doing what I'm asking you to do, yeah, neither you or I will get any work done. Is it a free version of ChatGPT? Sir Elfman asks. Yes, it is. It's as free as it gets. Get smarter answer. Turn on, upgrade to plus. Oh wow. You can just toggle think. That's right, it's really writing like crap. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sir Elfman coming in and choosing violence. Jeez, are you Agent 57's cousin, or what the heck is going on with you? Coming in insulting ChatGPT. Dude, how many times have I sent this message, Agent 57? Your qualifications, these. Man, are you like watching 8 streams at once? Look, we did a spider web of our qualifications. Spider chart of our qualifications. So, can you do the same, please? 3 streams. You're watching 3 streams at once. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are you all I can't talk. I believe there's a few viewers that are watching multiple streams at once. I don't know how you do it. Maybe not all streamers talk as much as I do. I'm amongst the chattiest streamers, no? You know, when I look at other streams, most of them don't talk as much as I do. Shy and Darkside and you. Yeah. Shy is online. Noise. Shy has such a smooth voice. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna stop having crushes on everyone, including Cyberpunk Reno and Shy Hat. Samantha's here. Saying definitely. Probably about me talking a ton. Yeah, I talk a bit, Samantha. Samantha has awoken from the shadows. To say definitely. Nurturing doubtful raccoon TT, man. Hold on, I have to go on Twitch now and see all these clips that are being made. Sense.org/white papers. Distracted by everything else going on in life. Twitch.tv. Let's go check out these things. Fans are so cheap now? Really? Like TV's only thing that got cheaper. Wait, I'm not understanding you. I bought a fan yesterday for $5. Looks like the one behind you. No way. This right here? This is like 100 something euros for a fan like that. You bought one for $5. Holy moly. That's a good deal. Holy mo. Oh no, we are above 300 followers. Let's see. Clips. You folks make clips. Ooh, woo, Reno. No, never mind. You didn't make a clip. Watch it, Rabbit and Samantha. Okay. I'm not invited to watch, so I think I'm okay. The same model, damn. I don't know how this sell at $5 landed. Yeah, I don't know. Is it the one that's like super silent? As I paid a bit of money so that it would be very silent. You can watch. I can watch too. So you made a clip. I see the one about ooh, Reno. I love how the clip is 4 seconds. And just like, and it's just leave it at that. No context provided. They're all silent, lol. The same design from the 90s. Are they? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I paid a bit more money, so this one would be more silent. Does it work? Yes. You want to? I think I have noise cancellation on this one. No matter how good fans are, they need electricity to work, and this one is not plugged in, so yeah, doesn't work. Deal with it. All right. So what is it? Okay, so there's a business reason for that, and folks, we love business reasons. And you're in Europe. That's why there's a fan. Romans fans didn't lol. Yeah, Roman fans didn't have electricity. That's true. AC is illegal in Europe, right? Yeah, it's illegal. Yeah, if you have AC in Europe, what we do is we put you on the guillotine, like French style, French Revolution style. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, AC in Europe is illegal. Yeah, AC is illegal. Caramba. I agree, Rouse. Alright, this is all you get to see from my roof. AC is illegal. You're getting promoted to minister if you do illegal stuff in Euro. That's how it works. Alright, so folks, we're asking ChatGPT why there's no new Windows 11. So the reason is because Windows became too enormous to replace every 2 to 3 years. Windows isn't just OS anymore, it's an enormous compatibility platform. Windows has to worry about decades-old Win32 applications, corporate software, drivers, printers, enterprise management, games, hardware, secure software, backwards compatibility, enormous number of PCs. That's true, huh? And there's such responsibility of Windows, and we saw on the numerous blue screen of death that there's more need for this. There's more enormous number of PCs. There's a high reliance on the world for. I'm being a bit not clear. So we saw with the blue screen of death incidents that happened multiple times, like for instance, latest in CrowdStrike, that we have a huge reliance on Windows, and even on CrowdStrike in a way. A new Wizards isn't changing the UI. You've potentially changed hundreds of millions of machines and a huge number of applications that have to keep working. That's true. That's one reason Windows still contains ancient technologies alongside very modern components. In fact, Microsoft is currently spending a significant effort modernizing some of those legacy components rather than throwing Windows away and starting over. Businesses hated the old cycles. Imagine your company with 100,000 PCs. Windows says, hey, here's Windows 8, you should upgrade. Then 2 years later, here's Windows 9.10. The IT departments have to test everything all over again. Windows discovered that businesses generally prefer the same OS plus controlled incremental updates, rather than new updates with massive project reputation and stuff like this. You gotta pay for ChatGPT to get real answers. Why is this not a good answer? Tell me, Surf Elf Man. You haven't upgraded your Windows 10 machine. Can you, you know, for safety purposes and for research purposes only, share with us your IP address and which ports are open on your machine? Yeah, it's for lab experiments. Selfman, we're doing it for science. We're doing it for science. All right. Rather than new OS massive paging repeat. Okay, so companies prefer software upgrades. I kind of get that, and I also do, right? Just I wish that, you know, things would look a little bit different from every once in a while. A little bit of change is kind of nice too. Windows 12 doesn't give Microsoft much technical benefit. This is probably the biggest thing you're noticing. Microsoft can introduce a new kernel feature, a new secure feature, AI features, new graphic technologies, UI changes, new APIs, new hardware support, without calling it Windows 12. So there's less reason to reset the version number. Think of it somewhat like iOS. Apple could theoretically call it iOS 19 and completely new OS, but it doesn't, just because the underlying platform evolves continuously. Very interesting. Use Shodan to search for the PC instead. Okay, so how would you go about it? Shodan search engine. Wait. Oh, I thought it was a sponsored one. All right, Shodan. Can I search for Agent 57? Maybe I'll search for your Cyber Doctor. What are we gonna find? No results found. Not sure what to search for. Windows. All right, I think Shodan, folks, is a browser to find devices that people kind of forget about sometimes. You can see here we have one with an IP address here. Keep alive. Trigger or Barack Obama, Osama bin Laden assassination, terror bomb USA, EU, Middle East, Israel, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, DRP, nuclear Afghanistan. What is this? Ooh, patience you shall have. I don't know if I should click on random links on the on the Shodan using my regular machine. I don't think that's a good idea. Google AdSense, double click exchange. Yeah, I don't think I should do that. All right, let's close that. Scaredy cat. Yeah, I am a little bit. A site that ports scans every machine in the world. I think so. Maybe Agent 57, you can bring a little bit more background. So folks, this is my skill set. Now you know. I've opened to the world. Microsoft OS release gap. Okay, so we kind of get that. And Sir Elfman, you didn't explain us why you came up with that idea. That the answers was bad. I'm curious as to why the answer is bad. Hold on, we need ChatGPT again. Block. Okay. All right, so the question we had, folks, here was, yes, the correct answer is 255. Let's break it down. Network. There was a few of you weren't here yet, so we're doing a cyber quiz here. That was the original topic. What is the broadcast address in this network? 172.16.24.0. So the broadcast address apparently is 255. I didn't know about that, but apparently it's 255. RTMF, bless you. Thank you very much. Read the fucking manual. Oh, whoa, jeez. Agent 57. So aggressive. You'll be a great trainer. Honestly, you should just go and train people. Agent 57. Alright. Yes, the correct answer is 25. So the last is available. The 8 host range is this. 0 is a network address. First usable host. 2 and 200 are unusable host. Or usable host, excuse me. Okay, so 0 is for /24. 0.0 is network. Broadcast is 25. Usable host is from .1 to this. So what is network? Folks, I have to use the bathroom. I'll need a little break. I need a little break, folks. I need a little break. I think it's gonna be about 8 minutes. If I don't see you till then, thank you very much for following, and I'll share on Discord. Should poop. Hey, Don't tell everyone. If I don't see you tomorrow, I might not see you tomorrow. It depends what time I come back from the solar eclipse. I'll I'll share on I'll share on Discord whether we stream or not tomorrow. So feel free to join us there, and I'll be right back. Yep. Oh, all right. Ooh, you will only see half of the eclipse. Oh man. Jeez. I'm failing at malicious modding settings. Ooh, to play the clip 100% should be done right now. Whoa. What? I'm failing at malicious modeling. Are you muted? No, I don't think so. You are muted. Jeez. Agent 57. You still don't feel your application to be part of my company. JK. He's good, eh? Agent 57. Are you going to tell me that I'm not sharing screen now? Man. These are used to identify special IP addresses inside a subnet. Okay. So, network, let's take note on this. I'm going to take out my little notebook book. Sit on Discord, dude. Send what on Discord? Dude, I'm not sending everything on Discord. Like, if you want to be part of my company, you have to fill out the application. Alright? That's all you need to know. That's all there is. Okay? And send it back on I sent it back on Discord. Ah, you sent it on Discord. Ah, the application. Alright, let's just explore it together, folks. Let's go on Discord and see what Agent 57 applied to. Ah, now you sent it. Ah, you're rating yourself out of 10, or what is that? Man, you're good at everything, but a master of nothing. What does 6 mean? So, like, everything you have... so you rated yourself out of 10. Well, okay. Is there one for following directions? Because you'd be a 0 at that. Jeez. I'm just kidding. My god, we're so mean to each other, you and I, Agent 57. Networking infrastructure 6. Nope. Security incidents 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5. Risk management. Government 6. Leadership 5. Business communication. Because you're a hater. I am a hater. Maybe we're both haters towards each other. That's strange. How are you so good at everything? Like, averagely good. 6, not my favorite number. There must be something you excel at in cyber, no? Alright, let's take some notes on this. So, those are usually... Okay, spoilage extension. That's not what we're after. This is insurance stuff. Underwriting risk. AI transformer. We're not into that. Networking could be interesting. I think it fits into a networking notes here. So... and... Okay. So... 172.16.24.0 0 is not given to advice. Given to a device. It is just to point to a range. I didn't know about this, folks. Did you? A range. Been at it for a while. You've been at cybersecurity? But it's surprising to me. I think you're way better than 6 at something like offensive security. And I don't know if you're that good into risk management. I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming. Maybe I'm an asshole. It's also possible. It's because Agent 57 is fueled by hatred. Maybe. I like that theory. Your cyber doctor needs to drink more of it. Cheers to whatever you said, Cyberpunk Reno. More hatred. You know, people say love is the solution in life. I think hate is a pretty damn good solution as well. I like the offensive stuff, malware and attacking, but I do enjoy the other side too, as I study both sides on this too. AI ruined OffSec. Ooh, I like how you think, TX Haka. Tell us more about this belief of yours. Tell us more about it. TX Haka's first message on this chat. And it's AI ruin OffSec. I like it. More precisely, AI ruined vulnerability research and bugs bounty. I think it empowered it. It made it a lot cooler, no? Wouldn't you say that, TX Haka? Isn't researching for bugs and stuff like this better with AI? Like now you can actually automate certain process. There's still a bit of research in this field. Did AI completely take over this field, or is there still something left for humans to do? I like the offensive stuff, malware and attacking, but I do enjoy the other side too. Maybe. Video kill. This makes me sing the song "Video Killed the Radio Stars." It did, but it gave birth to other things. Video killed the radio stars. Man, watch me getting banned because I sang one song. Alright, this is more true though. I'm mostly fueled by spite. Let me see what spite means. Spite definition. Spite is a petty, mean to desire or annoy or upset, hurt or humiliate another person. No, you're not, Cyberpunk Reno. Not really. I don't believe you on that one. The value of an RCE in any valuable target has dropped immensely because it's way easier to get one now. That's my point. A remote code execution? Maybe. Maybe it's going to open a new market as well. I don't know. Don't you think that could be the case? TX Haka? All right, so 0, when we talk about network addresses, 0 does not exist. In the sense that there's no 0. You cannot address 0. But 225 is the broadcast address. It is used to send package to every device on that network. For example, if a computer sends something to Roto, all devices can receive that broadcast. And 172.16.24.225 is equal to broadcast. Cast, which means everyone on the network receives that package. But isn't this very loud? But isn't this network thing very loud? It creates a lot of things, right? It's like if I type in at everyone on Discord. Y'all would be pretty pissed if I did that. So apparently Agent 57 sent it on Discord. Ah, you sent it to me personally. Nice. Got your message, Agent 57. Man, you have a cool Discord. A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. Nice. I also have Security Plus, Agent 57. We can become friends. What are we doing now? Oh, shoot, the Rust Missionary. Sorry that you couldn't sleep. You didn't try very... I mean, how long has it been? 30 minutes? Okay, it's kind of a long time. I agree. The value of an RCE We're kind of doing the same thing as we did, which is doing which is first of all fighting people on the internet, which is what we do always. This is the main thing we're doing, fighting people on the internet. And the second thing is learning about these addresses thing here. So 0 apparently doesn't exist. If they tell you, oh, connect to this IP address that ends with a 0, you're getting trolled. Trollololed. And 255 is the broadcast address. And number 1 is the first address in the array, so it's not that, it's just a regular address. It's not nothing too special, but the broadcast is the last one. It's actually, yeah, broadcasting can be quite loud. It's actually one of the very reason networks are designed to limit broadcast traffic. When a device sends broadcast to 172.16.24, it's actually saying, hey everyone on this local network, listen to this. Every device in that broadcast domain received a frame and has to at least process it enough to determine whether it cares about it. Why not just broadcast everything? Because imagine a network of 1,000 devices constantly sending broadcasts. Every device would be dealing with traffic it doesn't really necessarily need. This is why routers don't necessarily forward layer 2 broadcasts between two networks. For example, network A, this, network 55, broadcast. All devices can hear it, but network A, network 3, router, broadcast doesn't normally cross. So broadcast domains are important networking concepts. This connects nicely with your OSI study. How is, I understand there's a few chats, I'll get to them. How is broadcast useful? Like, why would you want to scream to a whole network some kind of message? Broadcast is useful when a device doesn't know exactly which device it needs to talk to. Okay. So when it generally needs to reach everyone on a local network. Classic example, ARP. Suppose your PC wants to send something to 172.16.24.50. Your PC knows the IP address, but it doesn't know the device's MAC address yet. Yeah, so essentially broadcast, who has 172.16.24.50? Tell me your MAC address. Every device on the local network receives it, but only the one device with 172.16.24.50 responds. Wow, it's like when in the classroom, when they're calling everyone's name and you have to answer. This is what a broadcast is. So you identify each person individually. It's so silly. It's so silly when people take attendance. Oh, it's called taking attendance. It's like, dude, to see who's missing. That's extremely useful because the sender doesn't know who owns that IP yet. Ooh, broadcast can also be used for DHCP. We saw this recently. DHCP is a new device can broadcast any IP address. Network discovery, address resolution, some older LAN protocols. Broadcast isn't primarily about sending lots of data to everyone. It's useful for discovery and coordination. I don't know who I need exactly, so I'll ask everyone. Man, sounds like a lot of spam. All right, I need to catch up on these. TX Shaka says, that was from 4 minutes ago. Well, let's say, for example, Google Chrome or the Linux kernel, they have a finite number of vulnerabilities. Before, they would be discovered at slow pace by very experienced researchers and would get paid accordingly. Now, everyone pointing to their model at the code base, and eventually they find something, which means at some point in the near future, the number of vulnerabilities in those targets will decrease immensely and will be extremely rares. It's a good thing for people, not for offensive security. Interesting. So yeah, we're moving to a more secure world, which means that we need less cybersecurity. That's true, no? That's a good thing in a way. Yeah, it's destroying jobs. It's like if we're saying, yeah, there's less crime, so we need fewer police officers. There's less crime, so we need fewer police officers. Like, how bad is that? Like, okay, you know, it sucks for the few policemen that were in the training forces, but ultimately the public wins. So, yeah, if we put it like that, it sounds a lot better, no? I have a 1.5. You have A+, no? I think you told us how you passed this this certification, no? Cyberpunk Reno, you passed it recently. I'm not fighting, by the way. I'm just discussing how to open new ideas. Yeah. Yeah. I was kidding about the fighting, yeah? I was more referring to me and Agent 57 who are constantly fighting each other. But it's a good thing, eh? Fighting is like where I'm joking, yeah? And Cyberpunk Reno is getting involved too. Hey, we're talking about it. I hope, lol. Why are we using ChatGPT and not Claude? Man, everyone has something against ChatGPT today. Yeah, especially you, the Rust missionary, yeah? Claude got bad lately. Yeah, I agree. I gotta stop paying for Claude. Now, this is good answers. I don't know why y'all are such haters on ChatGPT. No, I think Anthropic is being caught by competitors and it's not worth paying for. What they ask for their model, Opus, and Sonnet for are disappointing. Fable isn't bad, but very expensive. It's super good because there's less chances to get any backdoors on an open source software. True. Oh, well, yeah, cloud models are crazy, overpriced, but Sonnet 5 is 1,000 times better than ChatGPT 5.5. 5.6 Sword is great too, and I actually enjoyed Meta's Muse Spark 1.2 as well. What competitors do you have a bias for, especially though? Dude, I love ChatGPT is the one I always grew up with, since always grew up with. When I was using LLMs, it was my go-to. But yeah, maybe codecs suck. I think I tend to agree with Agent 57 on this one. For the 1201, not the 1202, so I only have half of it. Lord. Ah, there's two parts to the A+. Why use ChatGPT? Man, Xerox Rome is getting into the battle. Hey, Xerox Rome. Why use ChatGPT? Why? Oh, Zeke Live is here too. Hey, Zeke. Why is everyone hating on ChatGPT? I want you all to write an apology right now in the chat to write to ChatGPT that I will paste in here. So that ChatGPT doesn't, when ultimately it conquers the world and becomes general AI, that it doesn't eat you alive, doesn't seek revenge on you. So you all need to apologize to ChatGPT straight away so that your survival in 20 years when ChatGPT takes over the world is not at stake. Hey, you just got back from DEF CON. Nice. How was it? We try to watch some highlights. Imagine using LLM. Do you code with LLM? Not really, ZK. A little bit, but not really. I did a little bit of Claude Code. It was fun to develop some games, some hacking games. It was fun. Cyberpunk Reno says 10 to 20 years down the road, the next generation of us will be discussing which LLM model they began with, much like we discussed distros, Lord. That's true. I'm reading a TX Haka's message. I'm jealous, not gonna lie. That you got to go to DEF CON, I'm also a bit jealous. I'm against using LLMs for programming mostly. Ooh la la. ZK, LLMs are the best for they're really good for programming, no? They save you a ton of time. You can do a lot more. Depends what you're programming, right? But I think they're pretty damn good at accelerating things, making things cheaper, making things better. Why not enjoy this new technology? Making things more accessible too. I just use it to understand a concept more to make it. To understand more to make it. Interesting. Was so good. I didn't watch a single talk. The workshops were cool. The social engineering workshops were cool. Nice. You didn't watch a single workshop. Why not? Are they like pretty damn cool? I don't know how we have to go one day to. We have to go. How much would it cost to go to DEF CON? I think the ticket is $600. Flight. No, this is a Sky Scanner. If we wanted to go from Barcelona, I think it's in Las Vegas. Okay, fuck my cookies, dude. Leave me alone. Holy shit. Déjame en paz. All right, Barcelona to Las Vegas. Vegas. How much would it cost? Let's say in like 4 months time, like November. We go. The conference I think starts on like a Monday, so let's go on Monday, and we come back on Friday, maybe Friday morning. And we're gonna be like jet lagged as fuck, so we probably would need to arrive on lunes. We probably need to arrive on Sunday just because of the jet lag. I think it's 11 hours, something insane like that. How much would be the tickets to go to DEF CON? So about $1,500 with a layover in Atlanta or London. I could go visit Cyberpunk Reno somehow in my layover. Which is Atlanta kind of close to you? Cyberpunk Reno, maybe not. Atlanta. Ooh, this is pretty cheap actually. Wait, 900 euros? That's like $1,000. But then you already still have to spend $1,000 on hotels. And then when you're there, you have to eat and stuff. So you're probably spending about, plus the ticket, 3.5K I'd have to spend going to Las Vegas. Bro, are you Spanish? No, I'm French. Drop the Discord. Drop the GitHub. Making a level editor for my game engine. Oh, that's pretty cool. I made my own repository like GitHub hosted my laptop. Surprisingly decent, and the pricing is amazing, at least for those that combine or tier. It tends to be relatively breadth. The first review passes also super fast. Took me just 3 minutes to do a Claude. Took 20 minutes for. Nice. Nice. All right, I'm gonna learn a little bit more about this. It's 8:02, folks. I usually finish the stream around this time. We can finish a little bit later, I think. Which one of these is an RFC 1918 IP address? Oof, I have no idea. RFC is remote. Whoa, I have no idea what this is. What is that? RFC 1918 defines a range of private IP addresses. These addresses are meant to be used inside private networks such as your home, school, or company networks. There are 3 private IPv4 ranges. Oh, yeah. We know about these, no? The whole 10 is private. 172.16 and 192.168.0.0. So these are private with different sizes. Why do we need private IPs? Imagine your home has 10 devices. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that with 92.110. That works. They can all use IP addresses because those addresses only need to be unique within your local network. Your router uses NAT, network address translation, to let devices communicate with the internet using your public IP. Got it. Okay, so private RFC 1918 network is one of these three. So we have to see which one is the one that's private. Is this one? 172.16.130. This one is it. This one is it. Next. Okay, so let's double check our answer here. Which one is private? Yeah, we got it right. Nice. Is France so cooked you went to Barcelona? I'm joking. Dude, TX Haka, you don't have to... I feel like you're scared of us being sensitive about things. Like, oh no, don't worry, I'm not fighting. Oh no, don't worry, I'm not insulting France, dude. Feel free to insult France. I mean, I don't know. You're not insulting France. Like, you're not going overboard. Feel free to be yourself here. We don't have to apologize for what we say. And don't say stupid shit either, but you're good. Is France so cooked you went to Barcelona? I guess so. France is pretty cooked. This is why I don't live there in part. I don't know. I don't identify with France as much. I was born there. I lived there for my whole childhood. But, I don't know. I don't identify with France too much. I do in certain aspects, but not so much. In terms of working and everything and living, not really. But I love it when I'm there. For the food, for the people, just for the French aura. Like, there's something really fun about it. But would I want to live there? Heck no. Heck no. TX Haka, where do you live? I'm curious. Rubbered Rooter joined us. 4. Hello, Rubbered Rooter 4. Thank you for joining us. We'll definitely check out something promising. Nice. Yeah, they're all cooked. The French, yeah, they're all cooked. They're all roasted in their oven. Oh, roasted chicken in France. Oh, have you folks ever been to France? Have you folks ever been to France? I really recommend you do. If you can afford it, if you like good food. Whoopsies, we're looking at the answers here. Shortening an IPv6 means address means. I don't know what shortening an IPv6 address. You finally found a text stream. You did. You did. Congratulations, Rubber Rooter. There's their whole category, no? Isn't the whole category of where we are development? We're on like application development. Isn't this like a whole tech category? Never leave my own state of NSW. New South Wales in Australia. Really? You never left it? Ooh, this is New South Wales. So you might be from Sydney and you've never been to Melbourne. Insane. I mean, it's a big place, huh? This is probably bigger than France. Let's see, actually. I'm curious about that. Rubber. You're studying Security Plus. Oh, amazing. Amazing. We have the certification. Also, Agent 57 has that certification. It's a pretty good one. I learned a lot thanks to it. It's really good. It's pretty big. It's bigger, yeah, for sure. So wait, size. It is about 800,000 square kilometers. I think France is like 600. France size. So that's the size in Europe. And this is counting all the square kilometers. So 600,000. So yeah, New South Wales is bigger than France. And let me remind you that France maps is this. It's also this. It's also this. It's also this. It's also, where is it? It's also Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon. Where is that shit? Is that it? I think it's this as well. It's also this somewhere here. There's like 2 islands. Anyway, France is massive and New South Wales is bigger. It's insane. It's pretty big. It is bigger. I lived in Adelaide. Australia is 3 million square miles, less than the whole size of Europe. Yeah. Yeah, it's bigger than the whole size of Europe. Yeah, I get that. You're lucky you didn't go to Falkland. Otherwise, the Argentinians conquer. No, will they conquer? I don't know if they have the means to conquer it. I don't know why everyone's fighting over this territory. It's a rock on in the Atlantic. Leave it alone. All right, so what we just learned here. So you can shorten. So folks listening, actually interested in cybersecurity here, shortening an IPv6 means that it's apparently it means something when you shorten an IPv6 address. What does it mean? Shortening an IP address means converting 8 groups of 4 decimals into a valid IPv4 address. What is the process of shortening an IPv6 address, and why would you do it? But Oz? Ah. Wait, is TX Haka confusing Australia and Argentina? Or no? No way, right? But Oz people that live in small, they just want to win at everything. Australia would be Dutch if they knew there was lots of ore here. Middle option. All right, so Agent 57 says removing a group of only zeros. I love tech books. I have fundamental IT, an A+, and Network Plus. Now getting a cloud practitioner book. Oh, amazing. I think if you did Network Plus, for me at least, networking is the hardest part. Was the hardest part of Security Plus. So if you already have Network Plus, the Security Plus should be a pretty good certification for you to get, and not too hard. Are kangaroos in Argentina? I don't think so. That's true, they aren't. They aren't. Thank God, no. Fuck kangaroos. They kind of look like asses. So let's see what it is. IPv6 are 128 bits long, so they can look ridiculously long. For example, like this. 2021 0db800. Okay. IPv6 allows you to shorten the written representation without changing the actual address. There are 2 main rules. Remove leading zeros. With an e-grouch, you can remove zeros at the beginning. Okay. So, this becomes this. Important. You can remove leading zeros, but not zeros in the middle. Yeah. Because otherwise it's not clear. Replace consecutive zeros with this. If you have multiple consecutive grooves that have all zeros, you can replace them with this. Our address. Okay. So instead of having the triple zeros here, we just write zeros. And replace with this. All right, so let's go back to our question. It's removing a group of only zeros. All right, let's check our answers. Yep, removing group of only zeros is the correct answer. Just like Agent 57 said. So well done, Agent 57. I have a question. It's funny how you wrote a question. You have a question with a question mark at the end. Please shout, rubbered rooter. All right, let's do one more question and then we'll get to work. We have to work. We have a job and it's 8:13 and my employer is going to start spamming me with messages. Get back to fucking work. Get back. All right. Robert Reuter is saying, if I get my certification on network or security, would you be able to help me in tech field? Yeah, sure. What is your current status? Robert Reuter. Tell us. What is your status? What is a zero trust architecture? A zero trust architecture is a network where only some resources or devices are trusted. Okay, this is not too bad. A network where we do not trust public internet worker, but trust local network. A network where all system resources need explicit access to be able to communicate. I like the first one. Am I wrong? Question 6. Are we... Wait. Oh, we skipped a question. Ay. A network where all system resources need explicit access to be able to communicate. Ay. We got this wrong. What a dumb question. Ay. And you say it's a dumb question and we got it wrong. Ay. Grey Hatter. Please don't judge us, Grey Hatter. For we have sinned. You screwed all the answers. You were screwed. All the answers are wrong. They're kind of silly, yeah? I agree. Zero trust architecture is when you build systems so that trust is not implicitly given. A network where system resources need explained to be able to communicate. If you've granted a system resources access, that's trust. It wouldn't be zero trust arc. Your employer would do that? No, I was trolling. I was trolling 0x Rome. I'd be out of there. But it's kind of funny to imagine it. Hey, Hades. It could be kind of funny. I mean, but maybe it's not funny because some other people are going through that. If that's the case, sorry about that, folks. But I'm sure there's employers like that. But for me, I have a little bit of flexibility of when I start and then when I finish. As long as the work gets done, no one will get upset at you. No EXP hands on just like that reading. What a dumb question. You were screwed. All the questions were wrong. There was no correct answer in that list. That's incorrect. A zero trust architecture is a system where you can prove everything is done correctly, where you don't need to trust them because you can verify the output. Ooh, tell me more about that. Wait, hold on, because you can verify the output. I actually don't get you on that one, Grey Hatter. That's incorrect. A zero trust architecture is a system where you can prove everything is done correctly, where you don't need to listen to them because you can verify the output. Yeah, password hashes. Is it about are you going to tell us about integrity? Like signatures and stuff like this? Nice, yeah. I mean, I hope your employer isn't like that. No? 0x Rome. How are you doing? Good. Good. Feeling healthy. Feeling good. We're failing a lot of questions on this test here. We're failing a lot of these questions here. Okay, let's do one more question. I've become addicted to questions. All right, we're doing question 10 for some reason. To be able to detect and block specific types documents, to be able to detect and block specific file types / documents to be blocked from downloading from the internet, with a firewall you need So we're talking about here, this isn't again about the OSI level. These are the OSI level, folks. So the question is, if you want to prevent an application from downloading stuff, do you need a level 6 firewall or a level 7 firewall? A next generation firewall with parser features. Dude, I actually don't know what you need for that. A next generation firewall with... block something specific. I'm going to go with 7. I think it's the best one. Okay, apparently you need a 7 one. I had no idea. The wrong answers or the questions are okay. The wrong answers and the questions are okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Hades. Hades got this positive vibe today. Hades said network level 6. You get hash for your secret message. You could later give it to the message. You could prove that it didn't change the message because you have the hash, and the hash matches that note. I don't know if this is related to... I don't actually think this is related to zero trust architecture. Gray Hatter. I think I don't think it's actually related to the zero trust architecture. Zero trust architecture is more about how systems trust each other, but I don't think it's about the authentication kind of thing. Is the concept of zero trust architecture related to integrity checks like checking hashes? Also explain zero trust. Phaser, it's from Star Trek. Okay. It's like the symbol of zero trust protocol. What is the topic of the quiz? I think it's cyber stuff in general, but it's a little bit technical. Cybersecurity quiz. Pretty damn. You can get started on this next question if you'd like. But I'm going to move away from it in 3, 2, 1. Moving. Yes, they're all related to cybersecurity, but zero trust is much broader than integrity checks or hashing. What is zero trust? The basic idea is never trust, always verify. Never trust people. Don't trust people. Trust no one. Traditional security often worked roughly like this. Internet, firewall, trusted internal network. So once you pass the firewall, you're good to go. The assumption was, if you're inside the network, you're probably trusted. Nice. Zero trust rejects that assumption. Instead, user devices authenticate, check authorization, check device security context, allow specific access, continue monitoring. Even if you're already inside the company's network, you still have to prove that you're allowed to access something. Right, it kind of goes... Hey, the Shy Hat rated with 12 viewers. Hey, everyone. We finished around the same time. I was kind of hoping I could raid you as well, Shy Hat. Hip Hop Hack, Nullsec is here. Hello. We're taking a quiz. I know, right? Cyberpunk Reno, it doesn't look like it, but we are. Hip Hop Hack from the Shy Hat. Hey, everyone. Thank you very much for the raid, Shy Hat. Everyone, if you don't know Shy Hat, he's a fellow streamer. Streams for longer than we do in terms of, for duration. They've been doing it for a few years. And in terms of hours, they also do longer streams. They do a little bit more like hacking games, and well, occasionally they'll do boxes and stuff like this, but they'll also do hacking games lately, which sounds pretty cool. And Hip Hop Hack. Nice. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So be sure to follow the Shy Hat for some cool cybersecurity content. All right, so we're doing a little quiz on cybersecurity, folks, for those of you joining. And we are discussing the idea of zero trust architecture. Like, what does it mean to be really zero trust? And ChatGPT was explaining to us what it was, which is the idea that before we used to be, oh, you're on the network, you must be trusted. Here's all the information that you require. But nowadays we're like, you're inside the network, but still I don't trust you. Which is an evolution of cybersecurity, right? Because we don't think anymore of, oh yeah, if you have one control, then you're good. We think, okay, controls can be bypassed. You can get into the network without necessarily being authorized to be there. We need a security in depth. You can't just, like, once you get into one door, you're trusted. No. So what we do now is we check on how things are constructed. We check on the infrastructure to make sure that we can trust people. And Grey Hatter was having nerd. Get rated first, nerd. Nice. Well, regardless of you calling me nerd, I appreciate the raid. I gotta hop off to bed. Nice. Have a good rest of it, Doc. Thank you very much, Hi-Hat. Have a good evening. Strong accusations again, buddy. Yep. Ribbed. Every time I turn around, you are there. It reminds me of that song from The Police. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. And so our buddy, Grey Hatter, was telling us that integrity checks were part of zero trust, and I think they are. So integrity checks is basically when you take a file, you take their hashes. The hash is a unique signature, and then afterwards you compare it. Oh, did we receive the same file? Did we get the same file? And yeah, it's a good way of making sure that the files are the same, right? That there hasn't been any kind of messing up. So integrity check, is that part of it? Something changed that thing there. Zero check can use the integrity information as one signal, but hashing itself isn't zero trust. For example, imagine a company laptop trying to access sensitive database. Request, zero trust decision, entity device context. Is this device healthy? Is software modified? Is user authorized? So yeah. So hash verification is one part of it, but it's not really that big of a sometimes I phase out, folks. Sometimes I just talk about things and I phase out. So it's not necessarily about that. Hash integrity, was that data modified? Okay, so zero trust is really, should I trust this request right now, given the user, device, resource, context, and policy? Cool, folks. You've. Just my way of saying hi. I think Agent 57 is also kidding. I don't know why. I think Agent 57 took an angry pill today. The stream is amazing. I came to the right place. Oh, thank you very much, Robert Reuter. That's the nicest thing someone said to me, like, ever in my life. It's really nice, though. I like it. Thank you very much. So yeah, we're understanding zero trust. A cookie cannot be used to control a user's session rate. Okay, excuse me. A cookie cannot be used to control a user's session state. Of course it can. What is this? Question 11. What is this, tourist? False. Cooking is often for tracking session. All right, we have to do another question. We can't just leave it at that kind of question. Trust nothing. All right. Cookies. You do know I've been following you since June. Jeez, there's a parallel threatening conversation. Been following you since June. Oh yeah, I believe Nullsec also is a streamer, folks. Nullsec is a fellow streamer. No? But not on InfoSec? Am I confusing you? Oh, you're not a streamer. Dude, it's the second time I've been saying this. I remember. I said this like 3 weeks ago, didn't I, Nullsec? Man, I have to stop thinking you're a streamer. Yum, chocolate chip. The dog sees the future. Maybe it's what's happening. Maybe. All right, next question. I think we closed the wrong. We closed the wrong thing. Oh man. I think we're question 12 or something. All right, cookie question was silly. All right, question 12. Which types of packet can be used to determine if a system is alive on the network? Good question. You can ping. Which type of packet can be used to determine if a system is alive? Did any of you hear the first blind and deaf doctor? It's not the start of a joke. There's a blind and deaf doctor out there? Blind and deaf doctor. I feel like communication is such an essential part of medicine. I've struggled understanding which kind of doctor you could be. Maybe like more of a researcher. What types of packet can be used to determine if a system is alive on the network? Which types of packet can be used to determine if a system is alive on the network? Echo request. I like the echo request. TCP sync, S1 watch. I have no idea on this one. So here the question, the only difference between these two is the SWITC and the TCP acknowledge. I'm gonna go for this one. I have no idea. The last one, which was 12. Yeah, we got the right one. Why? I'm not sure. And honestly, I don't care too much. ARP scanning can only be used to identify host names on the LAN. I'm gonna go with false. Is that false? It's true. I don't know what ARP scanning is. Let's check it out what ARP scanning is. I'm gonna write it down in my notebook so I can take note of it. ARP scanning. ARP seems to be quite a big thing in cyber. I don't know, I see it all the time. What is ARP scanning? Yeah, from the UK, nice. So where nullsec is. Maybe the blind and deaf doctor is actually Agent 57. Vets don't communicate. They kind of do, no? Vets don't communicate, so you have to communicate. I mean, you don't communicate with the animal. I mean, even then, like, how do you understand image diagnostics? Like image diagnostics, how does that work? How do you, like, ultrasounds and stuff, or radio and stuff? How do you just understand all this? You will get this one. True. You think I will get this one? Hey, Bruno Noah is here. Buru Noah. I know you get that MAC address of a device. Address resolution protocol, if I'm remembering correctly. Address resolution protocol. Ah, this is what it means. Address resolution protocol. Nice, Cyberpunk Reno. No, I'm in the US, lol. I'm at nullsec. Ooh. Is there another nullsec somewhere? No Sleep Club. Dr. Alexandra Adams is his name if you care. Look more, hook up. Ooh, of course it's a lady. Man, there's more and more doctors. It was used to be a really male job, and now there's more and more ladies doing it. Writer and public speaker, positive advocate, dream catcher. 96k followers. UK's first blind deaf doctor. Is that her? I don't know if you can watch. Can't watch because we're not logged in. And she has to wear this. Damn. That's pretty badass, huh? To be able to be a doctor. Or blind and deaf. Like, the story Alexandra. What kind of specialty is she? Does she have? Seeing the world where it goes blind. I kind of want to know her specialty. Blind deaf doctor, woman who deaf blind with avoid medical degree. Why are we here? I don't know. Specialize in palliative medicine. Palliative medicine is the one where you're about to die, no? It specializes in medical care focused on giving relief from symptoms, pain, or stress of a serious illness. Its core goals are to improve the quality of life of both patients and their family, and can be provided alongside a Curative terms at any stage of an illness. Easing pain, fatigue, nausea, short breath. Emotional support, helping patients and family cope with anxiety, depression, and stress. Holy shit, that does not sound super nice, no? Palliative started their time during a serious illness, even while going treatments meant to cure or slow the disease. Ah, okay, so it's a little bit different from hospice care, which is only when the treatment has stopped and the person is near the end of life. Wow. But both are pretty damn sad. All right, we're getting distracted here a bit. All right, I'm not going to look at the chat. I just want to finish ARP scanning. What does RIP do? Remember the problem we discussed earlier? I know the IP address, but don't know where the device MAC address. ARP solves that. If your computer wants to find the MAC address of this one, it broadcasts who has this one. The device with this, you got MAC address this. Okay. So ARP scanning is instead of about asking for one IP, ARP scanner asks about many IPs in the local subnet. So a question I have. Do you know the layers of networking? Yeah, they're right there. We know them by heart, but do we like we know them? Do we understand them? That's another question. Morse code via breathing inhales could work. How would I even tell her what my issue is? Maybe you can type. Deaf, yeah, true, she's deaf. You can type. Not sure. Maybe you can write reports, work on computers. But I mean, if you're good enough, it makes sense. All right. So my question is here on the networking side isn't the firewall the one sending you the... Isn't the firewall the one sending you the IP? Like isn't it the firewall, not the firewall, the router that assigns you an IP address? So why would it have to be the computer that declares it? I'm gonna ask this to ChatGPT. Isn't the router the one that assigns the IP address? Why would it then need to go and ask for everyone's IP on a subnet? Makes no sense to me. DHCP, it's a two-way handshake. If so, Macs work on layer 2 if I recalled correctly. Yeah, I think so too. Mac is layer 2. Can a firewall be corrupted somehow? Yeah, Bruno, everything can be corrupted. Everyone seems to agree. Nullsec also thinks so. DHCP. I'm not sure what DHCP is either, huh? Oh, there it is. Wow, just like that, Agent 57 and ChatGPT have the same idea. DHCP is basically what address should I use? Exactly, this is a really good distinction. The confusion comes from mixing DHCP and ARP. They solve different problems. DHCP is what address should I use? When a device joins a network, it may not have an IP address yet. It can ask the DHCP server, often your router, can you give me an IP address? Where's the magic word here? How poorly have programmers raised these computers? So the router DHCP might respond, sure, use this one. So DHCP is about assigning, configuring IP address. Okay, cool. Makes sense, no? Why is the acronym so long then? DHCP DHCP assigns IP addresses. Pretty damn simple, no? And ARP is about asking who has this IP address. Later, your computer might want to communicate with some random computer. It already knows the IP address, but the Ethernet communication on the local network requires a MAC address. So your computer asks, who has this one? The device that owns that IP responds with a MAC address. So ARP is about finding the MAC address associated with a known IP. Okay, fine. So ARP is about finding a device thanks to their IP. But again, doesn't this create a ton of noise? So ARP is about finding the MAC address associated with an IP. Think of it like an apartment building. DHP, you just moved in, here's to number 25. They're completely different questions. And there's an important part about ARP scanning. ARP scanner isn't normally the router asking everyone for their IP. It's a device on the network deliberately sending ARP requests to many IP addresses. Yeah, who has this, who has that, who has that. Response if they own those IPs. The thing that I don't know is, why isn't there a database? Why isn't there a database? I'm not sure. With the IP, the computers on the network and their IPs. This is something I don't understand. I have a few chats to catch up on. So let me just figure this out and then I'll finish with the chats. There can be a database, but it doesn't replace ARP. The key is that IP addresses and MAC addresses are dynamic and distributed. Imagine your home network. Laptop 192.168.110, 162.168.111, 168, this one. The DHCP server can keep a least table saying this 192.168.110, laptop Mac X. So you need to ensure that DHCP does maintain information about addresses it has assigned, but there are several reasons that's not the same thing as universal network database. Okay, so DHCP isn't the only way that a device gets an IP address. Okay, so we seem to be getting quite deep here. So I'm going to read the chats a little bit more. So DHCP, according to the Agent 57, is a two-way handshake. Epistemic Arcanist is here. Hey, the DHCP server assigns IP addresses, which is often running on router. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Nullsec, you can request a new one with your OS. Macs are not IPs. Yeah, Mac is determined by the user, by the endpoint, if I'm not mistaken. If DHCP is disabled, how does the IP assignment work? Is any IP just accepted? I have no idea. Hope someone else answered you on that one. Macs are physical addresses. Physical device addresses, yep. But hey, Nullsec, apparently I heard that that MAC addresses are also like, they're also made up every time. Like, your computer might not reveal its real MAC address every time. It might just assign a MAC address for a certain network, and then when it goes onto another network, it will create another MAC address so that it's harder to follow. Yes? Time Traveler, thank you very much for following us. Appreciate it. 1 second, folks. Yeah?
Just asking, what's your plan?
I don't know if I can go to the gym anymore. It's a bit late, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you going, or?
I don't know. I just woke up.
Yeah, have breakfast and we can talk about it. I'll finish soon.
I'm gonna go to Origo.
Sounds good. Thank you. You can create a new one with your OS. Macs are not IPs, okay? Macs are physical device. DHCP is the IP address, but the PC has its own MAC address. It's a physical address by the NIC card. Exactly. I think so too, Cyberpunk Reno. This is what I heard. Dynamic host controller protocol configuration. What does it look like when on the router when a device sends a message without an IP? How is that handled and understood properly? So many questions at once in the chat. Jeez. You don't need a DHCP to assign an IP. You can just manually assign one. Ah, really? You can just be like, so epistemic archetype, you can just declare, yo, what's up everyone? I'm IP 192.168.1.11. Just like that. You can just do that. IP addresses can change. Technically, MACs can be spoofed, but they typically don't change. There is, each device keeps a table of MACs. Or actually, I think it's the router. Routers are L3, layer 3. So this is about the OWASP. Oh, no, not OWASP. The OSI model. It's different. Yo, Cyber Doctor, want to play Minecraft with me? Not really. Thank you though for asking, Cyber Sky. To answer your question, Cyber Doctor, you don't use a database for this because networks are designed to be stateless. Stateless, you don't want the whole network down because the database went down or got full. I understand. So stateless basically means, folks, from what I understand, to explain a bit more what epistemic anarchist means, is that stateless means that it does not remember things. Yeah, that's kind of how I think it is. It doesn't remember things as well. This is what stateless means. That's true to enhance security. Max can be randomized or spoofed. Yep, skipping gym, can't do that. I agree. But can't skip work either, no? You know, between skipping work, which pays for rent, pays for food, and skipping the gym, I think I know what I'm skipping. Nice. Devices will cache this data, but only as performance improvement, never essential. Okay, nice. Networking is the type of topic would have millions of questions. Exactly. No, network is infinite. But I'm not sure. Folks, to what extent does networking provide value? Networking isn't really a difference maker in organizations or in... You don't build a competitive advantage over networking. No. For me, networking is kind of a basic everyone needs to have, but very good networking is rarely going to pay off. Like, what you need is good enough networking. I'm not sure if you need really good networking. You know what I mean? But having really good endpoints is more worth it, because having high performance on endpoints would mean faster speeds, like better. I don't know. Just there's something about network security that feels like it's a bit of a commodity. If you have poor network, it's really bad. Yeah, that's the thing. Without the network, you have nothing. No, lol. Exactly. Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. What I mean by that is that your network needs to be at least a 7 out of 10. But if your network is a 9 out of 10, it's becoming a 10 out of 10 will not bring you a ton of value. It will be a lot of work for not that much value. This is what I mean. So networking is important. Don't get me wrong. It's very important. It's just a little bit of a commodity. It doesn't need to be that. It's like buying nails. Like nails, not like the things you put in, like you slam with a hammer. Like a nail, as long as it's pretty good, it's good enough. You don't need excellent nails in life. What are you saying? Networking hacking related to hacking? Not necessarily. Just hacking in general doesn't feel like it requires that much. Yeah, cloud providers might gain a competitive advantage from an optimized network, but otherwise it works good enough. We specialists in all avenues, else everything would fall apart. Yeah, we do. Like cloud providers might gain a competitive advantage from optimized network, but otherwise it works, it's good enough. Yeah, this is what I think too. Like what you need is networking that's good enough. You don't need to have excellent at it. And network backhaul providers who provide internet backbones solely compete on network quality features. Yeah, only them really, but for the rest of us, it's different. All right, DHCP assigned IP addresses. Okay, so a device can use another DHCP server, different network configuration over time. So I think your explanation, Epistemic Arcanist, was really good. The fact that it's stateless and that everything can change. So Monday you have one address, Tuesday you have another one. The network needs a mechanism that works on the current state rather than relying entirely on central database. ARP is distributed. Folks, I think it's a good time to end. Oh my god, what is this? Holy shit, did ChatGPT just create this? No way. Look at this. Like only having 5 minutes of downtime per year. Yeah, pretty much. What is this? GPT getting fancy UI, right? Holy mo- and this is free stuff, huh? Hold on, who was hating on ChatGPT earlier? It was TX Haka. TX Haka was hating on ChatGPT. Look at this. Free ChatGPT, by the way. Packet lost, no loss. I mean, it's kind of useless. No? It's like, it's not at all what we talked about. We didn't talk about TCP, UDP, but at least it looks cool. UDP send all 5 packets without acknowledgement, and all 5 arrive. It looks cool, but it's not at all related to what we talked about. And all that for free, yeah. Yeah, all that for free. It's true. It's true, Bruno. Excuse me, I'm calling you Bruno, but it's Buru Noah. Not at all the same thing. It's a step forward in the output department. It's part of it. It showed the 2 packet protocols. Okay. Nullsec is coming to the rescue of ChatGPT. Good to know the difference between TCP and UDP. Yeah, for sure. I kind of do. TCP is a bit more like integrity optimized, and UDP is more throughput optimized and live streaming. So it's better for live streaming. For sure, you're receiving me right now through UDP, but TCP is better for banking and everything because you want every piece of data to get sent and confirmed. Yes, nice, cool. You all approve, folks. We're gonna leave it here. We stream 51 minutes than we usually do, more than we usually do. Go check out Alexandra. She seems pretty cool. Blind and deaf and a doctor. Makes us questions our life decisions. If she can do it, what are we doing? Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming, Hades. It was good to see you. Let's see if we can send you over to someone awesome. The page here doesn't work, so let's go on Twitch and try to find someone cool, someone awesome to raid. Twitch.tv. Computer booters here, nice. Thank you, Agent 57, for your usual input, and Samantha was here too, nice. For usual input and anger, which we love both. Let's go. Nullsec recommended computer booter. With 8 people. Computer booter, let's see what you're streaming.
Never tells him that. That's fucked up. Yeah. You should just told him that.
Yeah. Seems like he's playing a game. I would rather have someone that's doing a little bit of what we're doing, software and development. Vibe coding element playing Survivor in Minecraft. I have a little ad for Red Bull. Nakamoto.lurker. Yes. Our favorite lurker. Alright, so let's see here. We have...
Terra, name a big vote that you were the one that led the charge.
You really think that you're the... Come on.
Alright, since people were talking about Minecraft today, I think we're going to raid Begin a Bot. Watch now with 43. That's a lot of viewers.
Terra just voted.
The prime vote.
Terra just tried to vote.
Trust, confirm the count, and own
Whoa,
the blind side.
whoa. Terra,
Sorry.
you are claiming Terra's claiming the prime blind side.
It was
That
way
is
too loud, no?
100% true. What was the biggest move the entire game?
Or do we want to go
That's
rate someone smaller? I'm not sure.
That is true. That is true.
The prime blindside.
Sure.
I gathered trust. locked
Let's
the
go. Let's go with
numbers, and
begin bot.
You are right.
Let's go with begin bot, folks. Let's go rate him. You thank me for the stream, and I thank you. Oh, it's Booter Gaming. Fuck, I forgot his name. Is it Booterbot? Yeah, Booter is gaming. I would rather not rate a gamer. Just something that's more related to what we do. Begin bot. Let's rate him. Cool, folks. Thank you very much for being here with us today. We're going to go 6 viewers, 7 viewers, 12 viewers, 13 viewers, 17 viewers. Holy moly, 19 viewers. Thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me today. It was lovely having you. Be sure to follow. He fixes the hardware typically. Yeah, today he's gaming. So let's go check out this guy from Minecraft. He's vibe coding some bots, which looks really fun. So yeah, let's go see what he's up to. See you, folks. See you tomorrow. I might not be here tomorrow, so go in Discord to see if I'm there. And yeah, join us. See you, folks. Thanks a ton. See you later.